Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan and I'm going to play a Magic 2013 Swiss booster draft. I'm going to play a lot of these in the coming month because I have committed to try to grind for MOCS for the Magic Online Championship beginning Wednesday the 20th of March, which is 2 days from now. And in order to do that, I must play 40 Swiss drafts of Magic 2013 as part of it. And I'm counting on winning slightly above 1 in 5, and that will give me 8 QPs, and I will get the other 7 QPs in other ways. You can look at this channel. There is a video about my plan for reaching the Magic Online Championships. But I've also talked to some YouTube experts, and they say I produce too many videos. So in order to reduce the number of videos and still show you the way to the MOCS, I'm going to try to do a video here of the entire draft and the tournament. So one video for the draft portion and all the matches. So let me know what you think about that. Do you like that or do you not like that? Because even if YouTube experts say I'm wrong, what I care most about are you people that watch this. So tell me what you want to see. Do you want to see the draft portion and then matches in separate files, or do you mind if everything is in the same movie? Let me know. Thank you. 7 people means we are starting very soon. Gotta get the MTG Goldfish ready. And open the 2013 document just for good measure. This is the M13 price list from MTG Goldfish, just so I don't miss any money cards. And this is the last draft I'm doing before the MOCS grinding begins. Usually when it hits 7, it just hits 8 right after, but now we're waiting a bit. And finally it starts. So, knowing myself, I will probably end up green. Here are some powerful cards. Arctic Aven, very good if you can get blue-white flyers. It's the only good blue card. There's no really good black card. But I am gonna first pick the Acidic Slime here. There's Aven, there is the Recluse, Sign, Captain, Servant. I would love to pair green with black. That's my favorite deck in the format. Acidic Slime, always good. And I'll just keep picking green stuff here if they give it to me. Like this pack leader. Here's a combo if there ever was one. I am not scared of picking another 5-drop in this format. There is the Arbor Elf to help me out, but I'm gonna have to pass on him because they're passing the monster to me. It's Chronomaton. He is more powerful than the Arbor Elf. And the best mana sink of all time. Maybe that was a bit too much. Yeah, I can just keep picking good green stuff here. I think I'm gonna pick the Recluse. Looking for some of the Primadox would be nice. Then if I had a Primadox, I would have picked the Visionary. I'm not leaving green here until I see some signs, or I am forced to leave green. I'm happy to pair green with anything, but it's a lot better to pair it with red or black, and then white, and least of all blue. But I am I like this start, even though I still haven't got anything that actually activates the pack leader. The best way to activate pack leaders are other pack leaders. Not really. Acidic Slime also makes me less likely to draft Naturalizes, because Acidic Slime is inbuilt protection against everything, which is awesome. And they are just passing me Centaur Corsair, which I will happily take. It helps my curve, it helps with pack leader, he's just awesome. And he's 5th pick, so green is probably pretty lightly drafted in this. I don't have any problem going mono green. Being the only green drafter at the table, I will win the draft. Because that will give me a set of prey weapons, and that's the only thing I need. If I get like 18 green monsters, then I'm happy. Green is the best color in the format. Perhaps black can make a case for it. But here we dried up. There is a Rummaging Goblin. The Rummaging Goblin is probably the most powerful card here. We could pick the Force Mage to stay in green. I don't like the Force Mage much, but I am staying in green one more pick before, at least one more pick before I decide on another color. But Force Mage is not what I want to be doing, really. But I'll do it if I have to. And if I get the Primadox, he becomes a lot more fun. I wonder what other color they will pass me. I've seen some white cards, but no clear signs. We're now at the 7th pick, so maybe we'll get a hint of what we are meant to play. Essence Drain is another 5-drop card, but it is a powerful card. I don't mind the Plummet, but I think at this point I am gonna take the Essence Drain, because I love to go green-black. And soon my amount of 5-drops will become a problem. And I am definitely looking for cheaper cards now. And Mana Exploration, Farseeks, Arbor Elves, etc. Yes, I know I passed an Arbor Elf. It will be interesting to see if any cards come back. I noted 5 cards in the first pack. More flyer defense would be nice, prey weapons would be nice. And just more green guys would be awesome. Centaur courses, just give me 16 Centaur courses and I'm happy. But green has definitely dried up here. The only clear sign here is the Fairy Invaders. We don't want them very much. Fire Elemental could be a pick. I don't like the rats very much, but I'm going to pick the rats. And this is the first pack, and they took the Aven, they took the Recluse, they passed me Sign in Blood, and they passed me Farseek. So Farseek or Sign in Blood. They both do somewhat similar things. But getting faster to 5 mana here, or double black, I think it's the Farseek. You could make an argument for Naturalize, and there is a Primal Hunt Beast getting passed around. That's nice. Really nice for the curve. I'm gonna take the Zombie Goliath here, but I'm not intending to play him. I will play Walking Corpse, happily. There could be room for Mind Rot in some sort of situation. 12 playables sounds too good almost, but Mind Rot and Ravenous Rats are questionable. Looking for some bombs. Crucible is not bad. Kite Sail isn't bad. Windbreak. The Shade. Am I gonna have to first pick a Timberpack Wolf? Shade will get me to 5 mana easier, but Timberpack Wolf will protect me while I get there. The Scorpion is interesting, but I will be the guy on the ground. I think I'm gonna first pick the Timberpack Wolf. Yes. That's pretty rad. What the... Oh. Cologne is nice, Sign in Blood is nice, but I think the pick here got to be the Duskmantle Prowler. Though I don't like him that much. Or would I rather have the Baloth? I am gonna pick up the Baloth because of the pack leader. This doesn't feel very good. How much is a Glacial Fortress? A Glacial Fortress is $1. That's perhaps enough to pick it even, because this pack is horrible. But I'm gonna take the Titanic Growth. There's a Prey Upon. And it's pretty much what I need here. Another Baloth or another Force Mage. Blood Reckoning isn't very good. The Attended Knight is a fairly high pick here. How am I breaking through with all this crap? And you never have to wonder how the Spiked Baloth breaks through, but I'm picking the Force Mage for curve considerations. And they're giving me another Prey Upon. Yes, please. And they're giving me another Deadly Recluse, which is exactly what I want at this point. Those stupid rats I don't really like. I am taking Naturalized for my sideboard. And I have a lot of Dirtle cards here. I'm gonna not count the rat and not the Mind Rot. And not the Naturalize. I still have 17 playables, only 12 creatures. 12 creatures, no. I'm not that impressed by the deck so far. A lot of guys that don't trigger the pack leader. But the pack leader doesn't need to be triggered. He's good as he's. So any triggers is a bonus. Double Deadly Recluse is really good. And double Prey Upon will be nice. I'm picking up this Kite Sail. I might even play it. Give me some much needed evasion. And more protection against flyers. Though I would like 5 more creatures. I got my Sign of Blood finally. Surprise Fungal Sprouting. No, I'm hating the Archaeomancer. This is just the second booster and I'm this high on playables. I'm taking the Erase for the sideboard. And I could see a time when I actually sideboarded it in. Revive looks pretty powerful in this deck actually, because I'm almost mono green. Sign in Blood doesn't look very hot. But I can't have 12 creatures, I need more creatures. Not revives. Shimian Spectre is probably the first pick here. Is it better than Timber Pack Wolf number 2? Well, I think he should be pretty good, and I am prepared to first pick him. Duty Bound Dead is exactly what this deck wants. Hamlet back Goliath, nice. Oh, he's not very good. But Duty Bound Dead is extremely good, and he really fits into this deck. But now I'm getting the third pack Vampire Nighthawk, and I'm just screaming with joy here. I am extremely light on removal, but I'm starting to doubt that that will actually matter, because they're just passing the good stuff to me now. So my attack will be extremely good. I'm not gonna play the revives here, and Kite Sail is next on the cutting board. A Force Mage perhaps. Not too excited about those. I still only have 3 removal. Bloodhunter Bat or the second Duty Bound Dead. Double Duty Bound Dead. How good is that? It is pretty good. But some sort of evasion and blocker for the air. I don't have too many 4-drops. I am taking the Bloodhunter Bat. And there is my second Timberpack Wolf, and I think I gotta pick him. You could make an argument for Crippling Blight or Plummet here, but I'm taking the Wolf. And they're passing me an Arbor Elf, which I feel will help this deck a lot. Cower in Fear is probably better than Sign in Blood and gives me some much needed removal, even though it might start in the sideboard because of the double black cost. We do have Nighthawk as well, so we will have to be able to do double black. Wow, this deck is starting to look really strong. Third Timberpack Wolves looks really good. I don't want people to have flankies against me. That's the only way they're gonna survive. I'm probably not gonna play this Walking Corpse, so I'm hating Trumpet Blast. And Fire Elemental. And Arsonist. Wow, 5 good cards for 1 mana. And a Crippling Blight. And that will take the slot that Covering Fear would have had in the deck. I have 29 playables. And the question here is, am I expensive or a cheap deck? I could become really cheap. I'm not gonna play the Kite Sail. That might be a mistake. Let's see what's super powerful. I'm not saying that Farseek is super powerful, but I am saying that I got plenty of good cards. These are 23 cards and 16 creatures. Farseek doesn't really fit in here, does it? It helps with Sign in Blood and the Nighthawk, but I'd much rather have guy number 17 or the Kite Sail. Or Cowering Fear. Getting double black will be a problem. Getting double green will not be a problem. I think I'm going for the spiked Baloth actually, just because of the pack leader. And it might be a mistake not to play Cower Inferior. This is 17 creatures. I am noting Kite Sail in my sideboard. And if I don't break through with Kite Sail, I think I'll just break through with Violence. Or am I playing the Kite Sail? We just trigger the pack leader with the 2 Centaur Courses and the Primal Hunt Beast, and perhaps a Timber Pack Wolf. But it's still good enough, I guess. And the deck isn't we're not very big, so we can't prey upon very well, but I think we'll still do that. So this is my build. And 10-7. Can I go 9-8? I will get problems with the double black. Yeah, I'm going 9-8. This is gonna be my deck. Let's look at the curve once again. Stuff will go down on turn 2. I think this deck looks pretty good actually. Yeah, I am happy to play this. I have submitted the deck, and this is the part where the video will continue. So the first match will be in this same video on YouTube. So let me know what you think about that, because it's the first time I'm trying this outside of the new play drafts. So let me know what you think. Our first opponent is Farfin. We are taking mulligan. This is not the best of hands, but it has Deadly Recluse, and we are gonna keep it. The Nighthawk feels very, very, very distant. And we do want to start drawing swamps. We're playing the Recluse here. Next turn we're gonna play and equip the Kite Sail. Or not, if we have a better option. Do we want to trade here? Or do we want to use the Titanic? Or we don't have to use the Titanic. We'll just trade here. It's a pretty good trade. And it will buy us some time. I'm not sure, I don't want to walk it. Oh, he didn't attack. I should probably have deployed the Kite Sail then. Duty bound dead. Well, Deadly Recluse is working overtime here. So we'll start going to town with the Timberpack Wolf. Oh, costs 2 to equip. Hey, I used to be on the Pro Tour. Okay, we'll do nothing but stall. Why is he doing that? Ah, I see now. I think he is missing his second color. Which is okay by me. And I'm going to play the Hunt Beast. And I think my plan here is just to fly in with the Hunt Beast and kill stuff. Attacking with the wolf is not bad, is it? At least that forced him to use all his mana. And Kitesail looks like a fine card. I'm just gonna take this. And I think he needs to beat the control deck now. Because I am just beating him down. Pretty bad even. Well, let's take that trade. And just one black mana. Well, I won the battle of lacking one color. And I saw the knight. Why is my program behaving stupidly? I want to go to sideboarding, please. Can I go to sideboarding, please? This is scary. I hate it when this happens. I'm gonna have to relog. This is so awfully stressful, trying to relog in the middle of a game. Magic Online is opening here. And then it scolds me for logging in twice. Please let me get in. If I get time to sideboard, I will bring in Cowering Fear for the Baloth. Well, that's awful. I didn't get the sideboard. I'm gonna send a reimbursement request for that. Because I really... Even if it's a small thing like Cowering Fear, it might be the thing that decides this entire draft. So I am gonna complain about that. Is he having problems too? And I have kept my hand. Oh, maybe I did. But we are waiting for him now. Or are we? Yes, we are. On the other hand, I have a decent curve here. Might be able to artificially recreate his problems from the first match. By doing the acidic slime thing. And in order to do that, I will now play the elf instead of a deadly recluse. So I hope he doesn't play haste guy now. He did not. So now I can deploy double death touch dudes. So let's do just that. One death touch spider, two death touch spiders. And now if I draw the next land, everything will be awesome. But if I don't, I'm gonna have problems. And here they come. I'm trading for the flunkies, but I'm not sure if I want to trade for the scorpion. I'm still on the defensive here, so I'm gonna let the scorpion live to have the spider remain to block. Whoa, there's the blood reckoning. Well, I guess that means that I gotta choose my attacks carefully. Yes. And that might also tell me to block. I want mana. Blood Reckoning is not a very good card in my book. But it's better when it's played early. And I think I now need to block. And kill the giant scorpion, because the damage suddenly got worth to take. Rise from the grave, targeting the deadly recluse. Well, I can probably get rid of him pretty easily. For example, using this. And I'm gonna play the Centaur Courser. And if I get acidic slime mana, I will probably get rid of the blood reckoning, but I'm not sure if it's dangerous enough, or if I'm really supposed to let it live. Okay, now I have to get rid of it. Essence drain. Blood Reckoning. But I need to get the mana, and there it is. So, well, let's just do it then. There we go. My first pick on the entire draft solves all the problems there ever are. I didn't like the fact that he killed the Nighthawk. A Rise from the Grave is something that should be noted. Hopefully he will not play a threat that I can't Essence Drain. If I Essence Drain his next play, I can hit him for 5 or 6 a turn, which is pretty good. Zombie Goliath, perhaps. But that guy can't even block. I don't think I'll bother killing him, actually. In my book, he is really bad, so no one can block. So I can just hit for 6, 6, 6 and win. Okay, now he got a bit worse. But I will have a nice 2-for-1 here, killing him. I'm very interested in seeing Spectre play out. Now I'm hitting him for 8 a turn. Fire Elemental. Maybe. No, Battle Jester. He isn't fantastic. I think I'm gonna risk the Arbor Elf here, because if he blocks it, he will take 7, and then I'll play the Spectre and be able to finish him next turn. And the reason why Whalebone Goal is such crap is that he doesn't help now. When he's on the defensive, he just doesn't do anything. So I think the correct block here is to block the Acidic Slime, which is exactly what he does. And I play the pack leader instead because he has 4 power instead of 2. And I think this will make him just crumble under my assault. Yes! And that is why blue-black is so amazing. There is the 2-minute warning. So Tansley managed to finish Dr. Gabe with 2-1 with 15 minutes remaining on the clock. So it was a quick first round. Nate won over Glick with 2-0, and MC Victory won over Zero Main with 2-0. So one of those guys will be our opponent for the second round, in which we will crush them. Here is a random Cloudpost mirror that I use to check that I'm connected. So I had this running in the background, figuring that a Cloudpost mirror would go on forever. But now we don't have to watch them anymore. Oh, look what he's doing! Cloud of Fairies and Muldrifter. I think it's actually Mono Blue Storm Post versus Iset Cloud Post. But let's forget about that, cause such ridiculous power will not be a part of this game. This will just be me casting a lot of green creatures. I just noted that the only card and nothing in my deck is worth anything. My deck has a 0 value, which means that if I win the entire draft, I have lost $2, which sucks a lot. I'm having a couple of doubts about my deck because of the lightness of removal. This is Tansley. But I will carry it through. Why am I playing him? What did he do? I just told you. Oh, he was the guy who won over Dr. Gorb. So I always want to play first. This is very nice, actually. Got the Chronomaton, got the Preyapon. That will keep me alive for some time. Want a second Swamp. And the Corsair. But I have 2 turns in which to draw land before I get sad-faced. And there it is. This turn I will build myself a giant Chronomaton. And next turn I will play the Corsair and then the Spectre. Blue-white. Avensquire. That might change my plan, actually. And it's probably worth taking him out. Yeah, he has to die. But then, yeah, I will grow the Chronomaton again. I hope he wastes the pacifism on it, because then I can use it for Preyapons. Divination is a really horrible third turn play in this format. You want to play Divination much later because you can't spend your third turn doing nothing. So this is Chronomaton beating down, and we will try to get the Spectre going. And it's now quite important actually that we have Preyapon for, because next turn we might be able to prey upon something with the Chronomaton that would otherwise block the Spectre. So the Spectre may really rape his deck, and we will also get to see his entire deck, which will be useful, and he's 3 colors. Fogbank is just a pretty bad card. So, well, I fight the Fogbank. And he's unsummoning Chronomaton in response. That sucks, of course. So then it gets harder to fight. And the Spectre won't get through. And we are really held back. And then suddenly Fogbank looks really good. That was a loss of tempo if there ever was one. And the lack of green mana will start to hurt us. Angel. Battle Flight Eagle. So I will play the Corsair to get as much power as possible onto the battlefield and grow the Chronomaton. Maybe it was reckless to play the Prey Upon like I did. But he's playing Index, so that makes me happier, because Index is probably the worst card in the entire set. And you're much better off playing an 18th, 19th or even 20th land instead of playing Index. Because you will see 5 cards and then you will get to decide nothing about it. You can move them around, but ooh, Harbor Bandit. So he basically lost the card he gained from Divination. So he spent 4 mana doing not very much. Okay, this time it's the Hunt Beast. And I don't want to attack yet, because I don't want to trade a Spectre for the Battle Flight Eagle, even if it's 4-drop against the 5-drop. But I might be wrong not to do so. But I do have more Prey Upons, I have the Essence Drain, I could get through. Harbor Bandit is unblockable, but it doesn't really make a big difference, because I am the aggressor right now. And unless he can Mark of the Vampire it or something. He has the Servant of Neferox, which of course is pretty good at blocking my guys. But I'm not too worried. But I will now attack with everything but the Chronomaton. Trade. I will accomplish nothing but... But I will accomplish something. Because I will kill the Servant, I will kill the Battle Flight Eagle. Possibly. And then set the stage for big attacks by the remaining creatures I have left. And I will play some more creatures. Like these guys. But I do fear for my safety now. He still has 4 cards. And all the mana he'd ever want. I'm getting through 6 damage here. Unless he plays another blocker. And you must say that he uses his mana quite efficient though. So now I want to draw something good. And I think it's just the right thing to do is to sacrifice the Chronomaton here and score 3 points of damage, not falling too far behind. Or I can get to have the Chronomaton still, I don't know why. Naturally I will block if given the chance. Still 6 damage coming through. Whereas he only does 3, but I'm sure he has another play. And I really need to draw some business to stop this. And growing the Chronomaton have no play, sir. But he always has a play. War Priest. Well, he will not block something that he will not kill. So this should be the most efficient attack. We can now do 5 and then do 5 again. So I'm happy to kill the War Priest. Getting him to 9. So I have a 2-turn clock on him now and he has a 3-turn clock on me. Why is he making it unblockable? Probably because he has nothing useful to do. But that, and he's still on the make. That is very worrying. Very worrying indeed. And I really need to draw something. Because he sure has some nasty surprise for me here. Like a verdict, which would just shut down my entire operation. And here it is. Divine verdict for the win. No, it's murder. And yeah, that's pretty sad for me. Because then he's suddenly just winning by quite a lot. But now if I could only draw like something. Oh my god. Dark Favor is interesting to note actually. I have 1 life. And I can't deal with that. So I'm only going to do 2, 5. I am just dead. This is times I missed the green ring. I could have trampled over. But it wouldn't have been enough anyway. And I still don't kill him. No, I do kill him next turn. But it's 1 turn too late. So what do I sideboard in? I do perhaps sideboard in Naturalize. But I have only seen 1 enchantment. But I lost that one. And that's not the way to win things, to lose. I'm not bringing in Naturalize yet. I am fairly confident in this deck. Harbor Band is of course nasty, but I can deal with him with Prey Upons, I can deal with him with Essence Drains. He did draw quite well there. I might actually be good to bring in the Force Mage. But for what? No, I'm good. This is a fantastic hand. I will just play Arbor Elf, Corsair, Durdle around on turn 3, and then play the pack leader hopefully on turn 4. And hopefully that's enough to just smash his face into the ground. And now I'm almost guaranteed to find the 4th land drop, so I can play the pack leader. Blood Throne is pretty bad. And I think I am signing here. For sure. Also casting the Recluse. Not finding the land is bad news, because Acidic Slime would be pretty good. But at least I got closer. And if I find it next turn, I might play the Acidic Slime here and take out that swamp. And if not, I have plenty of options anyway. Smash for 4 looks like a good thing. So I'm playing Duty Bound Dead. Smashing for 4. And then Timber Pack. Really longing for that mana. I hope he missed the 4th land drop too, but that would be too much to ask. Yes. So now Acidic Slime is probably targeting something else. Am I doing the same thing as last turn? We know unsummon, murder, etc. So we will not... Will we just kill the vampire? And then smash for 4? Yes. And then smash for 4. Here's murder. As expected. That did not advance his board position, whereas I did improve. Tormented Soul. Crusader. Well, if I send in the wolf, how about that? I think that's okay. And then of course I'm gonna play the pack leader. What if he has Mutilate or something? That would suck. Monkey face. He should have some blue cards in his hand. Battleflight Eagle on the Tormented Soul. Okay, swinging with everything here, killing the... If I swing with Pack Leader and Pack Leader dies, what have I accomplished? Pack Leader will actually be as efficient. So I'm gonna attack with Pack Leader, Recluse, Recluse. Pack Leader can still do 2 damage to the Crusader and the Eagle. So we'll do damage first to the Eagle and then to the Crusader, those killing both. Yes. And do 2 points of damage. And play the Timberpack Wolf. So next turn we have 5 power. And he has 1. But we are now looking for that acidic slime target. But he just gave up. That's interesting. We saw the soul now, and we definitely see arguments for bringing in Cower and Fear. What to take out? Crippling Blight was so good there. I don't really want to take it out. I don't want to take out any removal actually. That leaves a creature. And maybe it is the Titanic Growth. Maybe it is the Kite Sail. No, it's the Titanic Growth. And now I have to smash him. Because I'm in grave danger. And I'm gonna keep this hand because it has 2 black lands and a Nighthawk. But I'm in big trouble here if I don't draw land. But just 1 forest and there it is. Makes this hand a lot better. Hopefully it doesn't have removal for the Nighthawk. And I will just be able to Nighthawk my way to paradise. War Priest. I will play Timberpack Wolf now because that's a trade I'm gonna accept, but I do not want to trade the Recluse for the War Priest. Oh, goddamn Squire. So he's beating down. And the big question is now, does he have murder in his hand or not? Or am I gonna just smash him? I could make an argument for playing the Centaur Courser here to have him murdered. Then he'll do 3 and I'll do 5, but I want to know that I want to gain life. So I'm risking the murder here. And if I draw a land and play the Spectre, I will be really happy. He has Essence Drain too, so this can be the one hit I get with Nighthawk. But he will have a hard time choosing which flyer to target if I play the Spectre. I haven't seen a verdict yet, but here it is. Yes. And that, of course, is really horrible. So now I do have to play and trade with the recluse, right? But if I draw a land, if I do Sign in Blood and draw a land, I'm gonna play the recluse. And I need to start drawing lands. So I'm gonna chance that. Find the land like a boss and draw the recluse. So I'm now 1 mana short of Essence Drain as well. And recluse is of course just gonna block here. Because we can't afford to take any more damage. And one more land would be awesome now. Here's Duty Bound Dead. So Duty Bound Dead Corsair. Or Duty Bound Dead Recluse. Let's see how this goes. I want to kill that squire. If he gets Dark Favored, he will be really troublesome. So I'm gonna go the controller's route here. Fog Bank. But I went the controller's route, so I'm not afraid. Oh, Harbor Bandit. Right in time for my Essence Drain. I really need that Essence Drain pretty quickly now. So, what do I do? Well, attacking accomplishes very little. Except that it really does accomplish something. Or does it? Spectre, and then if I don't draw next turn, I can play the Timberpack Wolf and have a substantial attack. But I really need to kill that Harbor Bandit. This is intense. Oh my god. Of course. And that's game, basically. He hits me for 6. God damn it, it never gets any easier. Here it is. I don't have any power on the table. I need to kill. Do I even have anything that can kill the Harbor Bandit? I can kill the Squire and then attack with everything. And then I live one more turn, but then what do I do? Not much. And I can't count on... I have to kill it, because otherwise I am dead next turn. So I'm killing the Avon Squire. Swinging in with these two, which doesn't accomplish anything. And now if I draw, I don't think there's anything I could draw in the deck that will save me. If only I gotten that land one turn before, but no, I have lost this match. I can draw. Oh, it's still too late. And there I'm dead. Harbor Bandit is powerful. And I'm now 1-1 in this draft. What happened? Why am I not dead? Well, it's of no consequence because I still don't have any protection. And now I'm doing 3 points of damage. Haha. It's bleeding awesome. He remembered the unblockable part, so I now lose. Was there a way I could have won this draft? Did I misplay anything? Tell me, because I really want to win matches like this if I'm supposed to make the MOCS. I can't drop games against people playing Index in the Swiss drafts. Well, we got one more game left. Dr. Gorb is taking a long time again. Dr. Gorb lost a long match again, and then he quit. Which is just enormously stupid. Because the guy he was about to face in the last round was 0-2-0-2, and now he gets a free win. So why do you quit? I have no idea. Especially since Dr. Gorb lost 2 very long games against the guy who I beat in the first. But he had a decent deck, and the guy who beat me obviously had quite a decent deck. So I don't see why Dr. Gorb would quit. So I'm not facing Farfiend, we have the same score now. I might be facing Zero Main that beat Glick. And I might be facing MC Victor that beat Zero Main. So I prefer to face Zero Main. And I don't know if there is any sort of rule to who I face. Do I face the guy who went 1-0-1-1, or do I face the guy who went 0-1-1-1? And Farfiend could face either of them, so that doesn't tell us anything. Here's another poker game I was looking at. It's Delver Fiend versus is it Cloudpost. Just to see that I was connected. And here we go. I got to face the winning deck. Yeah, the guy who has the same score as I do. I'm gonna keep this hand and I'm gonna curve like a god. MC Victor is playing blue and he's playing a Kraken Hatchling. That will show some resistance to my curving attack. Actually quite a bit, but I will be able to get through on turn 3. So blue-white again. Maybe that's the explanation why the other guy had to play with index, because they had drained each other's decks. I'm gonna let Silvercoat Lion through here. Miss, 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 bolas, miss, 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 miss. Yes, that actually helps. He will miss 5% more of the time if you sound like an idiot. I am definitely not gonna care about the Silvercoat Lion, because I am the aggressive deck in this matchup. I'm gonna care about drawing a land. I think I will play Timberpack Wolf here to make the attack work. Nice! And next turn I hope to play the Bloodhunter Bat. Or something good. And he is stuck on 2 lands. That will force him to make some choices. Hope he doesn't have the remove soul thing. Essence Scatter. And I already have him at 10. There's his land. There's a Windrake. Got to get rid of the Windrake, I guess, to have a clean path for the Bloodhunter Bat. Yeah, no use attacking with the other guys. But ruling the air against the blue-white air deck is probably hopeless. But he wastes the turn casting Divination. That's just awesome. So I'll hit him again. He didn't even find the land, did he? Hunt Beast. And next turn some sort of ground assault will be in order. Especially with that guy on the field. That was a fairly timely Timberpack Wolf, because he now has to block before he could get lifelink. And of course everything in this game has to do with the fact that he didn't find his 4th land. So if he just had a plane now, everything would be different. Well, the Wrath costs 6 mana, so there is no problem here. And there is no card he can play that saves him. So is blue-white. I didn't see any one toughness dudes, but I know they're there, because they always are. But my deck is made just to beat decks like this. Everything I have is good against them. And I don't want to take out Crippling Blight. It's actually the Spectre I'm pretty skeptical to. But if the Spectre would get to hit him, he is really nice. So I want to bring in Cower and Fear, that's what I'm talking about here. But what do I take out? And Titanic Growth is awesome for smashing thing, but Cowering Fear is somewhat similar, so I am doing that change again. And this is somewhat questionable, but it has a Chronomaton first turn. And you know how I feel about that. He takes a mulligan. And he plays a non-card. Whereas I play a powerhouse. And I think I want to be all in on this guy if I don't find any mana. Miss! You gotta miss, Bolas! You gotta miss! Bolas doesn't like you. You have to miss. But he doesn't miss, but it's almost a miss. It's not a very good card. But he begins the beatdown. So what do I do here? Grow Chronomaton or cast Timberpack Wolf. I can cast Timberpack Wolf any day. But I think I have to grow Chronomaton. And I really need to find some land. And there is some land. Did he miss? He missed his third land drop. And I didn't. And now I can block the Mastiff. If he has Show of Valor, he has Show of Valor. I don't know what he hopes to accomplish. Could be Show of Valor. But it's more likely he has done some calculation that is wrong with Righteous Charge. Can he really be that bad? Okay, what was that? I don't know what that was. But do I start beating down here? Or do I just play the Kite Sail? And be done? I think that's the case. Yeah. But next turn I got to start beating down. So then it'll be a 3-turn clock if he doesn't play anything. But he is not lucky with his mana. And it's... I'm not either. So now it's just beatdown time. Wow. Yeah, have to get that out of your system. I think Prey Upon will be very critical here. What is that? I don't want to waste Prey Upon on him. So let's just beat down and cast Bloodhunter Bat. Because Jace's Phantasm just won't be a 5/5. And even if he becomes a 5/5 by Mind Sculpt or something, I can just kill him with the Nighthawk. But I guess he will just chump block now. And we win! That was a very, very sad fight for our poor opponent. He didn't have mana in either of the matches. So we end up going 2-1 in this 10th M13 draft. So let's evaluate. Let's evaluate the deck. Because there are a couple of cards here that are new to me. Or not new, but that I haven't played so many times. Like this guy. 3.5. That seems very high. Often Bloodhunter Bat feels better. Okay, Lobotomy on swings is sweet, and it should only take, this is LSV, it should only take hit or two before you're far enough ahead on cards to win the game. It won't help you that much if you're behind and doesn't get by a lowly win rate, but unchecked this is beating. The other guy says, Shimian Spectre is another card that looks incredible on paper, but in practice 2 body and the singleton nature limited X successfully manages to suppress his value. I think he is a 4-6 pick basically, and that meant I picked him far too high. So look out for that. Okay, Chronomaton, you know what I feel about him. He's a 2nd to 4th pick, he's just awesome. He's a mana sink, he's at least a Centaur Courser, is always better than a Centaur Courser. It costs 3 mana to cast him and make him into Centaur Courser. But he can become so much more. He's just super powerful. So 2nd to 4th pick on him. I'm not gonna repeat what I said about him. This is Kite Sail. He was quite good in green. I stand by 6th to 8th pick. That means I'll pick a Deadly Recluse or a Timberpack Wolf long before I pick this guy. So what does Elvis say? If you're trying to lay beat on her large non-flying things, this is the card for you. Yeah, I think that's okay. Acidic Slime is also 2nd to 4th pick. I did first pick it this time. And I was happy every time I had it. Always a 2-for-1 is pretty good, even if it is land. Pack Leader is in that region too. These are my winning decks. Yeah, he's a 2nd to 4th pick. There's nothing to say about the Pack Leader. 5 mana isn't too much in this format. Vampire Nighthawk is a 1st pick. He is one of the 3 best uncommons, but he didn't do very well in this draft. He died all the time, but I remember how good he is. But what about Essence Drain? Is it really as good as I think? It felt incredibly clunky at times. I think it actually is a 4th to 6th pick. Tier 2 removal, but still the best of the tier 2 removal. Yeah. I did downgrade it. Now downgraded it to a 4th to 6th pick from a 3rd to... From 4th to 6th pick from a 3rd to 5th pick. Prey Upon. In the nature of a deck with 16 guys, it's a 3rd to 5th pick. I'd much rather have Prey Upon than Essence Drain. Titanic Growth. Let's look at it. I assume it's a 6th to 9th pick. Yes, 6th to 8th pick. Yes, and that's what it is. Look for roaring Primodox. Why? Why would you want roaring Primodox with your Titanic growth? That's weird. Sign in Blood. I'd much rather have Sign in Blood than Titanic growth. Does that mean I'm stupid? No. 5th to 7th pick, and it is better than Divination, I would say. Even though it costs double black. Crippling Blight, very stable. Arbor Elf is a 35th pick. Bloodhunter Bat is in that region as well. Second best black common, somebody said there. Bloodhunter Bat. Yeah, 35th pick, works very well. Easy to splash, just awesome. And he is on the same power level as Centaur Corsair, I would say. Deadly Recluse is 46th pick. Duty Bound Dead. He is so good. He might even be higher than a 46th pick, but I'm not sure. But he is always good. Limited 1.5, but he doesn't have anemic stats. He's great. He is perhaps better than Primal Hunt Beast. It is easy to think that Primal Hunt Beast is good, but he gets blocked by everything. And you really need something to put on him, like a ring or a rank or a Mark of the Vampire. But 4th to 6th pick for the Hunt Beast, yeah, I agree with that. Timberpack Wolves start out at 5th to 7th pick, and then they grow as you pick up more and more of them, right? Yes. And that's the main deck. There's really nothing to say about the sideboard. Cavern Fear is also 5th to 7th pick, if I remember right. So the question here then becomes, what did I do wrong here? I was light on removal, and I even chose not to run Cowering Fear. But I did have, like other things, I was vulnerable to Harbor Bandit, but that's it. I had the Deadly Recluses, I had the Prey Upons, and yeah, I wonder what happened in the final. They're still playing and he is down. He won! Well done, Tansley. And that's it for me. This was my last M13 draft before the grind for the Magic Online Championship Series. So I'll see you beginning Thursday this week when I try to gather 15 qualify points. Thank you for watching. This is Magic Gathering Strat, and I'm Dan.